And away we go. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar right here on BearcatJournal.com. Hail Mary's located in Cheviot, right on the main drag in Harrison Avenue. They're in the Dora District. You can walk from bar to bar with your drinks or just hang out at Hail Mary's. They got 27 TVs, a 9-screen video wall, 3 outside-facing TVs for those wonderful, wonderful days like we had today in Cincinnati. They have all the sports packages, and they can stream all the games. All of your Cincinnati sports will be on the 9-screen video wall at all times. They have a brand new walk-in cooler, brand new draft lines, a brand new glycol system. Not only do they pour the coldest beer in town, but they also do so in 32.8-degree frosted glasses. All right, Aaron, let's get this show on the road.
Let's.
Big event tonight. Keegan was there. I wish I could have been there. I was at a homecoming parade instead.
How are the Puka?
Yeah, Marty Gilliard and Sean Kilpatrick joined Dan Horde. Undrafted. I'm excited now because apparently Justin and Titus are going to be in town. Justin Jackson and Titus Rubles are going to be in town.
Oh, mean face and the one guy on the team you never want to cross in a dark alley.
Ever. You didn't want to cross them in a lighted alley. Forget a dark alley.
A well-lit hallway.
I will say, Titus was the nicest guy to me, like, that's ever come through the program. He called, we were driving home from a bowl game when he committed. And he called, and I didn't recognize the number. And he called to, like, commit specifically to me. And to give the story specifically to me, and I didn't answer because I was driving and I didn't recognize the number. And then when we got to back here, I called him, and he's like, "Bro, I called you to give you the scoop, and you didn't answer the call." I'm like, "Bro, I was driving. Like, my bad, dog. I think it might have been. Let's see. So that would have been he only played here 2 years. It would have been 2011." So maybe the Liberty Bowl. I think we might have been coming back from Memphis or something along those lines. But I missed getting the exclusive story because I didn't answer his call. But from that point on, when Titus got to town, that was my guy.
Do you answer all calls now?
No, if I don't recognize the number, if I'm expecting a call, but I wasn't expecting that one. That one came out of completely out of the blue.
I would have changed my entire perspective on unknown numbers. You've muted yourself.
Hit it with my thumb or my palm. My bad. I'm not big on numbers I don't know. Half the time it's like a telemarketer or something, and I don't have any
just
time.
Hang up. Takes 2 seconds.
You know what my grandma used to do? This is a funny story. My grandma would pick up the phone. She would say hello. And if you didn't answer, she would say hello one more time. And if you didn't answer then, she would say, "Go to hell." And she would hang up the phone.
Good on her. Love her.
You got 2 hellos. And if you didn't respond by the second hello, you got to go to hell in an instant dial tone. Grandma was awesome. All right, it's 3 keys on Thursday night. I don't know. I'm gonna try to come up with something for tomorrow. Keyshawn Tillery announces at I think 5:00 on the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel. I am gonna be at UC for the Hall of Fame stuff. We have a media availability at 6 with all of the inductees. So I will be at UC at that point in time.
All of the Olympians and SK and Marty.
Yeah. And Keegan's going to be at a wedding. I think you're busy with family stuff. So I don't know what the availability of the team is to get something done tomorrow, but I'm going to try. I don't want to promise anything, but we're going to try to get something done. If Cincinnati is fortunate enough to land these services of Keyshawn Tillery 4-star point guard from New Hampton in the New England Prep School Association. So stay tuned. I'll figure out something. We always find a way to get you guys the content, unlike anybody else in the market. However, that doesn't change the focus for tonight, which is 3 keys. So let's get to it. Aaron, you're up.
All right. Well, let's check out my 3 keys. Number 1, continue to feed the bell cow. Cincinnati is 1-0 when Corey Kiner has 21 or more carries. Just saying. That 20 spot, I got him. If he would have had one more carry, might have been the difference. But we've harped on that enough here, I believe. But I think the offense starts and ends with Corey Kiner. I think that everything flows depending on how he establishes the run. So they have to just feed the big fella. Number 2, force Houston to throw on you. I think their run game is better than their pass game. And
that's not even. That's not.
I don't think it's particularly close. That said, Donovan, what's his name? Donovan Smith.
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt you with your legs if you aren't focused on the run.
He's a monster. He's like 6'5", 240. Like
I understand.
Big dude.
He's KJ Jefferson.
Skinny KJ Jefferson.
Yeah.
KJ Jefferson 6'5", 275.
280. Yeah.
What did they used to say about Lenny Taylor? He's a biscuit away from playing O-line.
Oh no.
That's KJ Jefferson now.
Oh no. But I think that they have to be hyper vigilant in stopping the run, probably more so because this game's going to be too close if you can't stop the run, and can't do that. And number 3, don't shoot yourself in the foot. 5 penalties, 35 yards. It was certainly more than 35 yards if you tack on the 80-yard touchdown that was called back. Between that and just some of the blunders they had with giving up 4 35-plus yard plays against Miami.
Yeah.
You can't do that either. So just play your game, stay sharp, stay focused, and stay out of trouble. Keep the flags off the field.
Unfortunately, for the first 15 games of the Scott Satterfield era, shooting yourself in the foot has been a far too common occurrence.
I don't know how they have feet left.
It's actually why they had to bring in 37 new guys. They needed new feet.
48.
40, whatever it is. 48 new. They needed new feet to shoot themselves in.
Those are my 3 keys.
All right, let's get to mine. Very simple. Number 1, tackle. Again, they are going to want to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
You have got to keep them in 2nd and long, 3rd and medium. Like they do. Donovan Smith is not a guy that's going to beat you regularly with his arm. Correct. So you have got to put them in a position where he has to convert 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And also, this goes back to some of those long extended plays. Stop him at 12 yards instead of 35. Like,
it's a big difference.
Be as sure-handed a tackling team as you possibly can be, because Houston is not going to be a team that sustains a bunch of drives on you.
There were a couple times I noticed some bad angles even against Miami, like just some bad tackling angles. I'm with you. I agree.
Stay in front of the chains on offense, and that goes right to give the ball to Corey Kiner. He's going to get you 6, 7, 8, 9 yards a touch. So give the ball to Kiner, even if you end up in 2nd and 7, even if they play good defense and you're in 2nd and 7, that puts Sorsby in a comfortable position to get you to 3rd and short, to get you to 1st down. Sure. That is when you're playing a defense that's potentially good. Dave went over some of the numbers yesterday, which were a little shocking, really, if you go back to the BCJ pod. that the score says that their defense has played really well. The analytics say that maybe they're not as good as what is coming out in the wash in like a final score. If they are a little more susceptible on defense than has been shown over the past, the first 3 weeks of the season, the way to beat them is to stay second and medium, third and short, get your first down. Because this team has been pretty good on third down so far. And a lot of that is because they are doing a good job staying ahead of schedule. So stay in front of the chains, keep the Houston defense on the field. And then finally, I thought you would go with this one.
I thought about it, but I think that kind of goes without being said, right? Like, we've seen it.
Well, they've been bad at it for a long time. So you had a great special teams game against Miami.
Everything you needed to build confidence on, right?
Let's see another one. Let's see coverage teams be good. Let's see the kicking game be good. Let's see maybe, hopefully Fletch doesn't have 2 touchbacks, which I think he only had 1 or 2 all of last year. So hopefully he got that out of his system for the rest of the season. You're going to win field position. You're going to win the scoreboard if the special teams has another game like they did on Saturday against Miami. Carry that over, gain some momentum there because, again, this is not a team with a wide margin of error. This is a team that is going to have to win on thin margins. And if special teams is bad, now all of a sudden you're having to play above the margin on the other two. So, yeah, keep up the momentum on special teams, and hopefully you should be able to keep a relatively ineffective Houston offense from being able to maintain your pace of scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, I think if Cincinnati's able to score 30 in this game, I don't think there's a shot in hell that Houston's able to match them in points.
The only thing I worry about is what we saw against Miami and what we saw also against Pitt is they're letting these big splash plays, these long gains, keep the other team hanging around. Do you think it's that they scored 27 again? Like, that's the past 2 weeks, that's been the magic number. When you send me your prediction article tomorrow, is 27 going to be your final score?
No, I think I'm going to go probably 31. Because I think that I don't think there's going to be a game where they finish without a field goal. I have not seen enough out of Scott Satterfield and company to believe that they are efficient enough in the red zone to not end up with a kicker out there. Until I see it, that's where my head's at. So I'll probably always tack on 1 to 2 field goals.
Well, 27 is 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. That's how they've gotten there.
That's true. I don't know. I don't like 27. I think they're going to score 30, at least 30 in this one.
4 touchdowns, 1 field goal. So basically what you think is they're going to take one of those field goals and score a touchdown that they haven't done in the first 2 weeks. Gotcha.
Brendan Sorsby takes care of the ball. I mean, he is elite at taking care of the ball. We haven't seen anybody taking care of the ball this well since Dez. So
Dez that was shocking about his NFL career is how poorly he was at taking care of the football when it was absolutely his superpower here is that he never turned it over. Tomorrow night, Friday night, you're probably listening to this on Friday. So tonight, if you're listening to this on Friday, Hall of Fame ceremony at Fifth Third Arena. General admission tickets still available for $25. So you can get in to see Sean Kilpatrick, Marty Gilliard, Jordan Thompson, the whole crew, Omar Cummings, Annette. I don't want to screw up her name. I feel bad for not being able to pronounce it properly, but Annette, the Olympic medalist
for the hammer
in the hammer throw. Yeah, she could kick my ass, so I don't want to say her name wrong. Not that everybody that's getting inducted couldn't, but Jordan's pretty thin, but I think she could she's got the reach. She'd jab me to death. She'd probably give me like the little kid. I'd
spend $500 on that pay-per-view to watch the entire class kick your ass.
boy. All right, that's going to wrap it up. If you can get out to the Hall of Fame ceremony tomorrow, it should be great. That's the nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.